From EPN, this is Your World Discovered. My name is David Ewen. Welcome to the program. My guest today is Melisa Ruscsak. She is the author of a book that just came out on April 21st, 2017, called The New Rain. It is book one of the Lite and Darke novel series. Let's welcome Melisa to the program.
Thank you very much for having me, David.
It's nice to see you, and thank you. Now, this book, The New Rain, is, as I mentioned before, book one of the Lite and Darke novel series. And for our audience, I will say that Lite is L-I-T-E and Darke is D-A-R-K-E. There's an E at the end of Darke. Lite and Darke novel series. Before we talk about the book that was released, let's talk about the series that is forthcoming.
Okay, what would you like to know?
What is it all about?
We first start out in book one, following Princess Nisha as she comes into her 18th birthday. She's going into her country of Darke for the very first time, following the death of her parents at 3 days after her birth. She needs to find out not only what happened to her parents, but also how to rule a country she's never stepped foot in. As we progress into the series, we find out about her ancestry, which is the prequel to The New Rain. The third book will give you a little bit more insight into her parents, her ancestry, and a few villains along the way.
Wow, so you've got some very interesting character development. Now, what got you into writing the Lite and Darke novel series?
It started out as a challenge. My husband said, "You're a good writer. You're always writing little stories. Write something that's truly yours and publish it." So I said, okay. I accept the challenge. So I just started writing one day.
So tell us about the process. Now, the book came out on April 21, 2017. Walk us through the research and the discovery of the writing talent. How long did it take to put this book together?
The New Rain took a little over a year to write. The research I did is the names. I researched every name in the book. Each name has a meaning, and it's up to the reader to discover what that meaning is. Such as Nisha literally translates to daughter of the darkness. Just a little tidbit, but each name has a deeper meaning.
Now, what made you choose this genre? How did you say, I can write in this?
I read tons of fantasy books, everything from Anne Bishop to Shannon Hale. Doesn't matter if it's a children's book or adult book. That is where my mind goes, and I like having fun with creating things just out of the blue.
So you read a lot of fantasy books. Tell us what kind of a writer you are. What kind of a read is your book? What should the audience expect?
Okay, in The New Rain, there is a lot of intentional spelling errors, grammatical errors, and misused words. Again, intentional. You won't find out the secret behind the intentions of book 4. But you also should expect to go between each chapter is a different character's point of view.
And when you talk about a different character's point of view, give us an example of what the differences are so that the reader knows what variety they should expect.
Nisha is the queen princess as we started out the book. She pretends to be bubbly and tries to be the average fairy princess and do whatever her aunt really wants her to do. The truth is, her powers eclipse any fae that's ever been born. And it isn't until we come into later books that you get to see actually how powerful she is. Well, Ethan, who is also a fae, has never exhibited any fairy powers. And he's very timid when we start the book, and he goes into a very charismatic character later on.
Now, before you finished the book, you had an expectation in your mind what you thought the reader would get out of the book. So before the book was complete, what was that expectation?
My expectation is you read the book, you expect it to go one way. There's so many twists and turns, you don't know where I'm taking it. So please don't try to figure it out, because you won't know where you're going.
Now, at the time of this broadcast, which is just a few months after the April 21st, 2017 release date of the book, it's been out for a little bit. A few readers have already written reviews and gotten back to you. What are some of the people saying, and what was the unexpected outcome of the book?
I have mixed reviews. The people that don't understand the intentional misspellings go, why didn't you have an editor look at this before you published? And then the ones that spoke to me before they read it and understand it's intentional, why would you do that to your book? Why? That's all the questions I get. The truth is, I don't think inside of neat little boxes. I like to think outside. Anyone can write a book and have it make perfect sense, spelling errors, everything fixed before it goes published. Why don't we see more of true American people writing like they do when they write anything? Most people don't use proper English, proper grammar, spelling things. We see this on social media all the time. So I wrote a book as we speak today.
So now that the book is out and it's been out for a while, what did you get out of it? Now, we talked about some of the comments of the readers. What did you get out of it? What did you learn from yourself as a writer, and what surprised you the most as a writer?
It surprised me how quickly it went from being given to the publisher to being put into online stores. I thought it would take more time than it actually took. But I was very amazed at how quickly and how easy it is to get it published.
And tell us about the next process. Now, this is book one of the Light and Dark novel series. The title of the book is The New Reign. That's R-E-I-G-N, The New Reign, released on April 21, 2017 by Melisa Ruscsak. And let me just share with everyone the website. And your website is of lightanddark.my-free-website. Again, it is of lightanddark.my-free.website. I should note that light is L-I-T-E, and the word dark has an E at the end, D-A-R-K-E. Very good. And what is your advice for other writers wanting to get into publishing, wanting to write a book and become an author?
Don't take no for an answer. Someone tells you no, look at it as creative criticism, figure out what it takes to make that piece of work better, and show those no's that you can do it.
That's good advice. And now you're on the venture of your second book. Book one of the Light and Dark novel series called The New Reign is already out. When can readers expect book two to be out? And is there a title?
There is. The second book is called The Fallen. As I said, it follows Princess Nisha's ancestors, or one in particular. That one should be out right around November to December of this year.
So November. November or
That
December of
one's,
2017.
yes, it's already in the hands of my publisher, so it's up to her now when it comes out.
So
We're
the
shooting.
manuscript is done.
Yes,
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Have you started writing book 3? You mentioned this is a 4-book series.
I have started writing book 3. I'm about a quarter of the way through. And those who have read part of book 3 have not been able to put it down, and they want to see more.
Wow, wow. So the writing is evolving. And
Yes.
then book 4 will come out, and that'll complete. Book 4 will complete the Light and Dark novel series. Is there life as you as a writer beyond this series?
I'm a housewife and a mother of an autistic child. So outside of writing, it's just my family and raising chickens.
Good, good. So what I'm asking is, will you continue writing beyond these 4 books?
Oh, yes. I have another series in mind. It's a teenage murder mysteries type of series. And the manuscript for that one is started. I still have to go through proofreading and read it right.
So you're starting already on another series.
Yes.
Now the first series is fantasy, but from what you said, the way you described it, this is a slightly different genre. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And
the next series is outside of my comfort zone, so I'm feeling that one out as I go.
very good, very good. Well, Melissa, it was nice talking to you today.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Oh, you're welcome. And it was good to talk to you. And Melissa's website, this is Melisa Ruscsak that I'm speaking with. Her website is of light and dark my free website. And just a reminder, light is Lite and dark is Darke. There's an E at the end. Again, Melisa Ruscskak's website that'll talk about her new book, The New Rain, which came out on April 21st of 2017. It is book 1 of the Light and Dark novel series, which will be a total of 4 books, of Light and Dark my free website. Again, Melissa, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
My name is David Ewen. This is Your World Discovered, and this is EPN.